blue fishing boat is part of the fish farm industry, and he's towing behind him quite a long length of fish farm construction, and Jim seems to be right in the path for them to take it ashore to the fish farm repair area. They were tooting their horn. Jim's had to bring his anchor up and move out the way. We're not sure whether we're going to have to move as well.
Tuesday morning around about 6:30 a.m. and here in the bay of Asin Koyu it looks like we're waking up to a break in the weather. Over the last few days it's been very overcast and we've had a few rain showers that brought some Saharan dust with it, so the boat is absolutely filthy. But more importantly, the solar panels are filthy. We only cleaned them 2 days ago and they've already got dust all over them again. There's been a lot of dew fall over the night. We're going to take advantage of the dew on the solar panels as fresh water to give them a bit of a clean this morning, and we're hoping that when the sun gets finally high enough in the sky it's going to burn off a few of these clouds and we should get a nice sunny day, which means with clean solar panels we can get our batteries back up to charge. We do have a couple of plans for exploration while we're in this bay. One of the plans involves going to an island just over here. We'll drop the dinghy, go around the outside of the island. On the other side of the island there is a small harbour where we'll tie up, and that will give us a chance to just have a look around, see what's available there, hopefully some place we can buy some internet top-up data. Then we'll explore the ruins on the island, and that should be that. We'll be staying here for another night, I think. No point moving on while we've got such a beautiful calm anchorage. It's a very utilitarian anchorage here. There's so far as we can see not much facilities on shore, but we'll go into full details of what this anchorage is in our Anchorages series video that will be included in the playlist very shortly.
This blue fishing boat is part of the fish farm industry, and he's towing behind him quite a long length of fish farm construction, and Jim seems to be right in the path for them to take it ashore to the fish farm repair area. They were tooting their horn. Jim's had to bring his anchor up and move out the way. We're not sure whether we're going to have to move as well. We've now lowered a little dinghy off the side of the fishing boat, and we've got two guys rowing in a fashion a line ashore, which presumably a tractor on shore is going to take the line and then pull the fish farm construction closer to the shore, because the fishing boat can't get any closer because of the shallow water. Just on the shore there you can see there's a tractor and a couple of guys with a big heavy line. It's going to be interesting watching them do this. The line's now attached to the tractor on shore, and slowly but surely the whole thing is being pulled in. The good news is that we're pretty stretched out on our anchor chain and it's astern of us now, so it's not likely to come and hit us. And the guys in the tugboat fishing boat just standing by waiting to pick up the two guys who took the line ashore in the first place.
It's a beautiful day today, so much so we're going to check out the fort at the top of the hill over there. Then we're going to go and provision, because it's a long lockdown weekend of 3 days. Starting Friday. We're going earlier rather than later because the wind picks up a bit in the afternoon and we just don't want to get into being splashed while we're in the dinghy. Look how lovely it is.
load.
Heavy. I know.
We're just at the entrance where you go up the hill to have a look at all the ruins, and there's a great sign here that says, "Warning, beware of scorpions and snakes." So it could be an interesting day. So far we haven't seen a sign posted or noticeable track that says this way to the top where the ruins are. I saw this little track coming up, so we're following that up now, and we'll see how high it takes us and what's over the hill when we get there. We're up at the top of the hill where the fort area is, and just over there is ABC and Acheron, keeping each other company. Now walking uphill in that direction that we expect a supermarket to be. It's just after 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and we need to get some provisions on board. It's kind of a public holiday tomorrow, then we run into Saturday and Sunday, which is locked down anyway. So today is our last day to get provisions and get on back onto the boat and stay put. So we're not even sure what we'll find when we get to the top. Hopefully some respite. There's Gymnast, our scout leader, forging on ahead, beating off the snakes and scorpions and anything else. Cockerels, yeah. Okay, the A101 supermarket looks like the one for us. It's Sunday, and as you can see, it's quite a dull and overcast day. Overnight we did have some rain. We could hear it pitter-pattering on the deck, and I thought, this is going to be good. We'll get the deck cleaned from all that red dust. Nope, it just brought down more red dust. Check out the solar panels. The cleanest I can get them with the reach of the brush. In the corner of each panel where the water pools, there's a little bit of a collection of dusty stuff, but overall I don't think that's going to make much difference. But in saying that, unless the sun comes through those clouds there, clean panels or dirty panels ain't going to make much of a difference. We might have to get the generator out. Because today being Sunday, it's day one of video editing.
We decided to move the boat this morning because they're starting to deploy fish farms and we didn't want to get in the way. We were just going to move a little bit further behind Jim, but we've run into a problem. We can't start the boat. Baz is troubleshooting it now. We think it's the starter motor solenoid. So he's isolated all the wires off there.
Alright, I'm getting 14.35 volts, so we've got juice to it. Okay, well that sucks.
Okay. So what you doing? You're testing it.
So what I've got to do is I've got to get positive onto that big stud there.
Yeah.
Leaving enough room for me to be able to short across between that and that with the screwdriver. Okay. I need negative anywhere on the body.
Right.
So now I'll come from the positive on here best connection in the world. Let me just test that I've got what I should have there. Positive on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, right, so I've got what I want. Now what I've got to do is, I've got a short between that and that.
Something worked.
Yeah, but it didn't starter, did it?
No.
So that's just the pin
Yeah.
firing.
Yeah.
The starter didn't start.
Yeah.
So we can hear the solenoid engaging. Alright, switch all the batteries back on. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to take the whole assembly out. Okay, so this is the solenoid and starter motor out. The connection from the power source for the starter motor comes through this cable here and it's just jumped off the solenoid here. The positive power comes into here, and this is the solenoid activation switch, which is also another positive feed. And theoretically this should get a positive feed from upstairs, and then the two of them, because the whole thing is earthed out by being attached to the engine, it basically should just fire the solenoid, which should fire the pin, which should start the starter motor spinning.
It's pretty tight.
Well, I mean,
Meant to be, isn't
it's
it?
meant to be, yeah. So now I've got it out, I'm actually going to try and test this out of the water, so to speak, to see if that comes out and spins. So this gets attached to there, and this gets attached basically anywhere on the body. Let me get it on there. I'll do the job. Negative to the negative on our starter battery, which we know is good because we've already tested it for volts and it's good. Positive on our positive. Let me check that we see that we've got what we say we've got. Let's try it from there. So now I should have 13.10 volts. So that's plenty to get juice from that battery to get it started. So now I've got an arc between there and there.
Okay, and
That shot
did
out,
again.
didn't it?
It did, yeah.
So there's nothing wrong with it.
So why isn't it working?
I don't know. I'm going to put it all back together.
Okay, and hopefully that will have done the trick.
Maybe. So we isolated the solenoid and starter, direct test, jumped it across, everything popped out, that's good. Put it back into place, do that jump again, it doesn't work. Now, where the main positive feed comes into the solenoid, there are 3 other cables connected to that. I'm pretty sure one of them will go up to the ignition key at the helm position, but I don't know what the other 2 do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take those other 3 cables off, because I'm trying to jump from here, and just put that big main positive feed on and jump and see if we can get it started. That way I can troubleshoot as I put wires on which wire is stopping it from starting. Okay, bit by bit.
So Baz has been cleaning the terminals as a suggestion from Jim, and that's come off the positive terminal, so that's oxidation. So it's possible that it's something very simple that's preventing the whole thing from working. Let's keep our fingers crossed. So what are you doing at the moment, Baz?
Well, we're just basically following every single connection from the battery to the solenoid and starter, and just cleaning every single connection, because we've obviously got enough power, we just don't seem to be getting enough amps through.
Jim's helping too, he's at the battery end. Alright, so we've cleaned all the terminals and we're going to try and start it.
Yeah, okay, give it a try.
Alright, let's give it a go. Keep your fingers crossed, Pete.
Yay!
Woohoo!
Fantastic. Is that
Jim, you're a
fucking hell? You know what it was? What? The main earthing strap to the engine. Yeah. When I went to undo it, it was slightly loose. So I thought, hang on,
But it's
I'll
tight.
tighten that
my
up.
gosh.
Bump your uncle.
There you go. Brilliant. So, well, we were on the right track then.
Where?
Yeah.
Good job, lads.
How about if I cook breakfast? You put the boat back together and I'll cook breakfast.
We're going to celebrate with sausage and egg.
Yeah,
Cool.
brilliant.
Oh, but isn't it a good thing it didn't happen, you know, when there was high winds and some kind of emergency issue? Thank God we had Jim with
Yeah.
us.
Oh, well. Actually, it might be an idea. Now it's working. Just take that strap off and clean it as well and put it back on.
Yeah.
So that, you know.
Yeah. I'm going to turn it off now.
So I wonder if when it wouldn't stop,
Wasn't enough.
if that dodgy earthing strap meant that it just wasn't making the connection to stop
The other
it.
stopping solenoid.
Because it was
That would
trying,
make some
wasn't
sense.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
awesome. All right.
All right.
We'll see you soon.
All right, cheers.
We'd like to welcome Sailing the Lady Pamela into our Patreon family. Welcome, guys. It's lovely to have you aboard with us. If you're interested in finding out a little bit more about Patreon, check out the link below and you may find that there's a tier there that's just right for you. If you've liked this video, give us a big thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button and also the little bell icon next to it, and you'll get notified of future video updates.